So in this video, we're going to show you how to do this lovely raised double decrease contrasting color. At the very bottom, when I first started this, all I did is knit in the contrasting color where I wanted to on the one side, and then because it's double knitted on the other side as well. And then now to show you how to do this setup row, because it's a 2-row double decrease, a 2-row decrease. It takes 2 rows to do this raised stitch decrease because it's a slip stitch. So I'm at the point where I want to add the second stitch because it takes 2 stitches to do this. So at this point, I have to go back and get the yarn on the other side. So I'm just going to slip all this off onto the right needle like this. And then I'm going to go grab my yarn. I'm going to bring it forward so that it's behind this purl stitch, or in front of you, in the front. And then this is a knit stitch, so I want to bring it behind the knit stitch. And this is going to be a purl stitch, so it needs to come in front of the purl stitch. And then it's going to go behind that last stitch. But before I go and slip this one off, I'm going to reorder them so that when it comes to the next row, it'll be easier. I can do it on the next row, but this is easier to do it now. So I'm just going to slip that off. And it's okay. You're not going to lose your stitch. I'm using superwash merino, so it's not going anywhere. And then I'm going to put them back on so that, because you need to have the 2 knit stitches together and the 2 purl stitches together to be able to do this. So that's why I'm reordering them. So now my yarn is where it's supposed to be. I'm going to put it over, I'm going to put my yarn that I'm working with over and this one under. And that way there it locks them into place, and then it prevents it from making a hole in my knitting, just like when you're doing color work. So this time I'm going to use my red yarn to do the reds. Oops, let's try to get that right here. No, this is really loose. I shouldn't have worked it so much, but. And then I'm going to slip the next stitch, and that's your slip stitch. And then I'm going to bring all of the yarn forward because it's going to be a purl stitch. So I'm going to purl this one in yellow. Make sure not to cross your yarns. Slip that off. Slip the next stitch off, and then bring all your yarns back to the front, into the back. And there you go. Now you're all set and ready to go on the next row, where you'll be able to knit these 2 together and then purl these 2 together, and that'll give you your decrease that you see there. And now to continue on, I do make sure that I'm not locking my yarns because I don't want that color, the color to show up onto the other side. And that's it. Hope it helps, guys.